Good morning, kids, and welcome to the Fearless Floyd Show. As always, I am your host, Fearless Floyd. If you want to contact me, TheFearlessFloydShow at yahoo.com. Put questions in the comment section below. Hit that like button if you like this video. Subscribe if you like the content of my channel. And share this video, share all my videos with anyone and everyone that you like. However, they all are copyrighted, protected material belonging to me, Floyd Pleasant Harvin IV, because that's who I am. And I told you guys that I was going to have Anna rebut everything that I presented that wasn't my material, it was other people's. They accumulated. So, in her own words, here we go. With Anna von Reitz. Man, I can't even remember all her other names, but before I proceed with that, I want to make one thing clear to you guys. Very clear. Everybody, the whole wide world, because that's my audience. And for all you people out there who've reached out to me and, given me support, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really do. For those of you who have been haters, I'll just say, uh, you know, may God bless you. May He open your eyes so you can see, so you can hear. Because as He says, the ignorant will perish. Now, I'm going to express my own beliefs, my own constitution. Now, when I found out about the Texas State Assembly, because I found out of that before I found out about Anna von Reitz, because I found it through a gentleman who was running private plates. I just happened to stumble upon his vehicle, saw his plates, and I stood outside and I waited on him to come out of a big box store. He came out, introduced myself, we started talking, boom, established a relationship. He turned me on to the Texas Assembly. I listened in on a couple meetings. I was like, hey man, you know what? This is a fabulous idea. A group of people trying to create their own government that is not corrupt. It's not influenced by money or outside influences such as corporations. That is not a corporation. And it will set up courts that aren't for profit corporations. Because, see, I've been doing this a long time. And I have the Dun & Bradstreet background report for the judiciary courts of the state of Texas. And all of them are for-profit corporations established in 1845 by the people, for the people, of the people. But it's a corporation. It's a for-profit corporation, which is a subsidiary of the state of Texas, Inc., established in 1836 by the people, for the people, of the people. But it's a corporation too, a for-profit corporation. So you see my dilemma, and you see why, hey, man, I want to get involved with these people. I want to make a change. I know there's corruption. I've experienced the corruption. Because if you know anything about me, I know a little bit, just a little bit about the legal system. Okay? I've been in I've been in county district courts, county courts at law. I've probably litigated in at least half of the courts of appeals in the state of Texas, and there's 14 of them. 2 of them are in Houston. Texas Court of Criminal Appeals, Texas Supreme Court, U.S. District Court, Southern District of Texas. I've litigated in Galveston and the Houston Division, as well as other divisions across the state, Western, Eastern, and Northern. or those are, I'm sorry, districts, but those are, yeah, in the different divisions like San Antonio Division, Amarillo, et cetera, et cetera. Fifth Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals, and the Supreme Court of the United States. Yeah, I've litigated in every one of them. I have a cause number in every one of those courts. Absolutely. Yeah, at least one, if not many. Okay. So I personally, through my own self-litigation, have experienced corruption. I've seen just I could go through story, and give you the cases and the sightings and take you to everything, but that would take up a lot of time in this video, and I'm not going to do that. So what I'm trying to do is establish my bona fides. This is who I am. Okay, I'm not an attorney. I've never taken a bar exam. I've never been to law school. I taught myself everything. I sat in a law library for 8 hours a day, every day, studying, researching. That's what I did. And then when I went home, it didn't stop. Usually went on for 8 more hours. So that's my bona fides on that. So when I found this organization, Texas State Assembly, man, I listened in. After 2 or 3 weeks, hey man, I'm all in. I started getting papered up. I got papered up uh, this time last year. I did 2020. Got papered up by a recording secretary, Derek, and became fully papered up member. Applied for my little card from the land recording office, which I've still to this day have never received. Just saying. Okay. So I got involved, and at first I just listened, felt everybody out, who the players were, who really actually knew what the hell they were talking about. Because I'd already been on this adventure to get private and do the SBC, cracking the code, the redemption manual. I knew all that, read it, been there, done that. Read the UCC. Look, folks, I got the books. Okay. One. Look, American Heritage Dictionary. This book is from 1983. Black's Law, 6th edition. Burton's Legal Thesaurus. Modern Banking. I mean, I can sit here and pull you book after book after book after book after book. Here's a book everybody needs to read. Modern Money Mechanics. Kids, I can go on and on and on and on and on. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Been there, done it. I got scars, got the emotional scars. So as I listened, started to speak a little bit more, get expressive. So eventually, I got really involved. Went and met everybody, and eventually I got elected to the position of the justice. I followed Justice Emma, and I'm not going to reveal her last name. It's public knowledge. I'm not going to do that to her because she had to step down because she was getting scolded and pretty much ran off by Anna and her little clique for asking the right questions. The official story is that she filed a 1099-A, and she was contracting with the government. Because she was contracting with the government, she couldn't be a justice. So I want to ask you, how much sense does that make? Because any of you guys out there have a driver's license, or you have a state issued ID, or you have a social security card, or you have a U.S. passport, or you file income taxes, or you pay income taxes out of your check, or you pay social security out of your check, or you pay for anything else to the government out of your check, guess what you're doing? You're contracting with the government, whether you realize it or not. And this is why I always tell people, okay, because the government exists and because it's so powerful, so large, so bogged down in paperwork and administrative personnel, it's impossible to operate solely on the private and not in the public, or to mix the two. You just can't do it. It's impossible. So I became justice, and because of an issue, I voluntarily stepped down of my own volition. Nobody asked me to do it. Nobody told me to do it. It was something I brought up. It was something that I asked the inner circle. Hey, what do you think? Should I? Should I continue? Do you think there might be a conflict anywhere down the line? Because if there would be, even if there could be, a might, a maybe, that was enough. I stepped down, okay? Because I knew that because of my research and knowledge that I could help in other areas. I didn't have to be a justice. Okay? Even if I just sat back and just advised people, that would be enough. So we worked and worked and worked, and we tried to build the Texas State Assembly. And I kept listening to Anna's Monday night pontifications. She sounded more like a dictator, a ruthless dictator, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion. And by the way, I swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God in this video. Okay? So, just so you guys know, there it is right there. I ain't playing. I don't play. So, anyway, there were a lot of things going on, a lot of questions being asked, no answers being received, a lot of nothing. Part of it was, who is the Federation? Who are those guys? Now, I'm just going to go pop up another website. I want you to see something. Um, I'm going to do this. There it is. No, this isn't it. Apologize for this. I should have pushed the poll up first. Okay. All right. This is the Texas Nationals movement. I want you to look at their website. This is, I clicked on About. This is the Meet the Team. Nice website. I agree. Here's their team. Pictures. Who these people are. They're not hiding behind anything. They're right here. Front and center. So far, I don't see anybody that I know or recognize their name. So, you get the idea. This is what a website should look like. Okay? This is what the Federation should have. And that's what the Federation's website should look like. So, here's the president. So, here's his Facebook, here's his Twitter, and that's looks like his own website. Okay? I don't know who these people are. I know they want to secede from the nation. So, that's what a website should look like. You should know who your leaders are. Every state's assembly should have something that looks like that, and the federation should have something like that, and they don't. So, so we started questioning about who Anna really was, and you know me, I like to do my research. You know, I have all these books, so I started researching Anna. Who the fuck was Anna von Reitz? Come to find out, everything that I was finding um, wasn't very flattering, unless it was coming from Anna von Reitz herself. And I found that tenuous at best. So I'm just going to pop up um, one of these things I found. Oh, here. Just to show you guys that, hey, I'm the real deal. Here's my membership agreement. December 26th, 2020. There's my name, my membership agreement. All right. So you know I'm not some outside interloper, disinterested third party. I was in it. I was involved. I spent my time, effort, and energy and money in this process. So as we were, digging for Anna and her stuff, I've got so much stuff open. I gotta find that one. Okay. And I ran across this a couple days ago. And I'd seen some of this before, but this is new. This is from the American Herald. I have no idea what any of this is about. Really don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. Last warning, James Clinton Belcher, known as James Clinton Belcher, and Anna Maria Reisinger, also known as Anna Maria Wilhelmina Hannah Sophia Reisinger von Reitzenstein von Leto Vorbeck. I'm still looking for a Belcher in there somewhere if that's her husband. So, anyway, published in the Continental Free Press, November 9th, 2021. And these aren't my accusations, okay? So we're going to cut that to the chase right here and there. Uh, this is the last warning. They've crossed the line. The real head of state is Keith Edward Livingway. Apparently, they've got some kind of battle going on about who's ruling the world. I really don't care. Um, but he does accuse Anna and James, okay, right here. They're the subject of the three city state empire servants interest. For those of you who don't know what the unholy trinity is, okay, not the holy trinity, don't get it confused, the unholy trinity. That would be the 10 square miles of the District of Columbia. That would be the Vatican in Rome. And that would be, I want to say England, but it's not. That would be London, where all the banks are located. Okay. Now, he also accuses them both trespassing with Henry Kissinger on the country itself by trying to claim the head of state. It's the first I've heard Henry Kissinger being involved with this. I don't know if it is true or not. I have no idea. But I've always said that for um, Anna alone to be able to churn out the information that she does would be borderline insanity, almost impossible. Because I've done crazy stuff like that before, and I'm going to go ahead and say, oh yeah, I was probably crazy at the time. And this is another one. This is the first post that I found on this. This is from November 1st, 2021. They're still committing consumer fraud. These aren't my allegations. These are somebody else's. Okay. And you're going to get a rebuttal from Anna in just a minute. So hang on there with me. I want to give you all the bona fides, show you what's up here out here. Okay. James. I don't know who this guy is. He doesn't talk, doesn't make statements. So it would be nice to hear from this guy for a change, don't you think? Oh, Federation of States, United States Incorporated. Henry Kissinger has these two so twisted up in their heads that it's obvious they're both operating under pure ego, thereby making them believe that Anna Von Reitz and James have some kind of authority to impound the Internal Revenue Service and PayPal. Does anyone notice that PayPal and the Internal Revenue Service never had a trial, no due process, and are being threatened with a complete dictatorial process, and none of their followers protest against the totalitarianism? Totalitarianism? That is the definition of a cult. Okay? Now it says here, now James is following some advice from the late David Wynn Miller by signing a stamp diagonally, and poof, magically James is the postmaster. When you see some of the things that Anna does, you're going to see that she's like following some of these other people who have these different processes and methodologies. Okay. So once we started investigating her and these background reports came up, we started finding things like this, and there's indictments out there, and there's other stuff in this, and we see that she potentially, because I'm not going to say those are all her names that she has. That I don't understand that. People do give their children multiple names. My own cousin did it, so I get it. I understand it. So, you know, why would you go by Anna Von Reitz? Should you go by Anna Belter? Does it not have the cachet that you need? I mean, you want to take the head of state's name? Think. But anyway, that's here nor there. Uh, so let's see where we're going to go now. All right. Now, this is in Anna's. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present I proudly present, sorry, Anna von Reitz. All right, everybody. Can I get a round of applause? Those of you who want to stand, more than welcome to stand. Hello, Anna. How you doing? Good. Glad you're here. Glad you're here to defend yourself. Pull this up for you guys. And this is, as you can see, AnnaVonReitz.com. First and background. The early church was polluted by the old satanic religion of Sumer and Babylon. It's actually one R and one M. It's early history. This could not be avoided, as the church took root in the very seedbed of great abomination. Okay, and this goes on and on. You're more than welcome to pull this up and read it yourself. Okay, so I'm just going to go right to what I'm looking for. See, I'm not just jumping straight to it. I want you guys to scroll with me. Okay, and here's where they talk about the 13 bloodline families. Now I want you to put that in the back of your mind. Okay. Now, so all this background to enable me to make a reply to the following information. When the Black Mass was celebrated in the Vatican on June 29th, 1963, the participants pricked their fingers with a gold pen and swore allegiance to Lucifer. Father Malachi Martin, S.J., was at that time secretary to Cardinal Bay in the Vatican. He subsequently resigned his position as Jesuit priest and began writing books. You can find them by Googling his name. He and his friend, a Father Khan, if I am remembering it correctly, were both murdered for exposing these things. And it goes on to talk about how Malachi Martin was on the Coast to Coast show, which I've heard many times. Okay? So, right there. Black Mass was celebrated in the Vatican in 63, and they swore their allegiance to Lucifer, which we already know if you know anything about how the Roman Catholic Church was created, who the popes were before they were popes, because they were actually astronomers for the kings, and the popes when they created organized religion. Then you get it. So, obviously, in 1963, no doubt Anna knew and knows that the Vatican is a den of Luciferians. Am I not correct? Am I not reading that correctly? Because I just want you guys to figure that out. All right, here we go. Share screen. And here we go. This is from I Am the Power of Love Absolute. Okay. And this is in Anna's stuff. You can go get it. You can go find it. Okay. Published in the Main Republic. Email alert. July 19th, 2014. On July 18th, 2014 at 1:51 p.m., Archbishop wrote, I stand with the Universal Catholic Church, founded by Christ. All the people whom you accuse of defrauding American citizens were elected by American citizens. That doesn't mean that what they do is morally right, but the responsibility finally rests with the electorate. God bless. Francis Cardinal George, OMI, Archbishop of Chicago. My dear Archbishop George, I too stand with the Universal Catholic Church, founded by Christ. My blood seal stands upon the record of the Vatican Chancery Court in witness of what I am going to show you tonight. I am from a family that has served the Catholic Church since the First Holy Roman Empire. hereditary grand marshals of the Holy Roman Empire, Knights of the Holy Sepulchre. I have myself served as an international services agent and as a private attorney in service of His Holiness Pope Benedict XVI and now Pope Francis. And you're more than welcome to go find this and read any more that you want. So, it's going to pop back. Allegiance to Lucifer. Thank you, Anna. I'm glad you just come on out and stated who you were for everybody. That was nice. Sweet, as they said. All right, Anna. Again, let's jump over here. Screen. Here we go. This page is an index of the writings from Judge Anna von Reitz from Big Lake, Alaska. And this is her website, annavonreitz.com. And again, right here, she says she's a judge. And if you go to the American Bar Association, any legal authority, you'll find that she is not, in fact, a judge. So I'm sure most of you guys have perused this. And for those of you already on board and understand that, what Anna's all about, you don't want to read all this, okay? But here's her dear Archbishop George. So everything that you want to know it's in here, okay? But the problem with all this is there's so much information that you get information overloaded, and it's almost impossible for you to keep up with all this. Okay, look at all these posts. All right, you think one person can churn this out? How many of these we got? 3,454. Did one every day of your life. That's almost 10 years. Hey, look, right here. I'm famous. Thanks, Anna. So let's just pop that open. See what that's got to say. Oh, she studied these matters for over 40 years. Floyd Tarvin, if that's his actual name, has studied them for maybe 2 years. Seriously? Well, Anna, I'm going to rebut that. My name is Floyd Pleasant Tarvin IV. No secret there. I don't hide behind aliases. Okay. I don't call myself something that I'm not with a title. Because if you're a judge, you're an attorney. If you're an attorney, you're a licensed bar member. If you're a licensed bar member, your allegiance is to the British Accredited Registry. Belong to the Crown. Maybe you guys will start doing some math. All right. And he wants to call her out. No, I'm not calling her out. I just presented facts. Christmas Eve and make a big stink of some sort? No, I'm trying to make no big stink about anything. So, is what it is. You either are or you aren't. The facts are the facts. You can't change this stuff. So, she goes in here and really doesn't say much about anything directed towards me except for the first paragraph, if that's a paragraph at all. And so I've addressed that. Yeah. All right. Continued ignorance. Remember, I'm making this. Already sworn to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Help me God. I believe I have. Yes, I have. Yes, I did. All right. So we did that one. And the next one, whoops, let me share back up. All right. Nasty little men, nasty little mods. All right, Anna, what you got to say? Oh, she's talking about secondhand lions. Okay, well, here she goes to once again denigrate Eric Dingus. And Eric Dingus hadn't done a motherfucking thing. Okay, she's still pounding Eric Dingus. And I didn't even bring up his last name. That's all I gave was Eric D. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so she wants to give you the definition of his last name, which she did before, and then, try to run him through the mud. I've known many undeclared foreign agents. All you gotta do is look in the mirror. And in the course of my life, I've seen a great many nom de guerres. They've gotten really sloppy and arrogant over the years and often choose names that announce what they are doing by way of the serving notice intent. There's another one, Christina Cowherd, who came to the California Assembly and quickly got herself in the office of treasurer. Cowherd is another adopted nom de guerre, referring to us as cows that needed to be herded. Thanks, but no thanks. She left with the sessionists. Tarvin. Tarvin is another such name, meaning a follower of the original ancient Romans who founded Rome in 753 BC. They are part of the whole 13 family cabal, just like Russell J. Gould, too. Look up who his relatives are if you like. What are we preaching and teaching? Falsehoods meant to lead you astray and get you in trouble or seduce you with candy of various kinds that will obligate you to them and their corporations instead of having brains and guts enough to run your own government. Okay? You can have the brains and guts to run your own government, but guess what? If you don't run it like Anna von Reitz wants you to run it, you know what she's going to do? She's going to dissolve it. Just go back and look at her own posts, look at her own words. Okay? So, yeah, run your own business, take charge of your own life. It ain't happening. She's never going to let you guys do what you want to do because that's what it should be all about. Are you lying in your bed worrying about visits from the IRS and FBI? I'm not. I sleep very soundly and comfortably. I have all the protection in the world. My creator protects me. Thank you very much. Okay. So she just goes in here, she doesn't say much about nothing. But here's a quote. I don't know why she has a quote in here because this is her statement. You can never make anyone believe anything. And this is true because you have to develop your own beliefs based on your own research, whatever that is. You can show them the facts, you can show them logic, but after that, it's up to them. So I never waste time on those with closed minds or those who have access to crime. Oh, this my old friend, the informer, told me something earlier. Okay, well, to parlay upon that statement, my statement is always, look, you can dunk somebody's head in water, but you can't make them drink. They'll probably drown before they'll drink. Okay? Now, my other saying, and this is mine, so when you repeat it, please give me the coinage for this term because it is mine. Closed minds can't think outside the box. Think about that. So, closed minds. Thank you, Anna. Gave me a great segue there. All right, so we're going to move on to the next one. So, this is Anna in her own words, right? Muckraking, just in time for Christmas. Like a muckraking. Like little old me, my little 300 plus subscribers, are going to take down the Federation of States and the 50 States Assemblies all by my little lonesome by making a little YouTube video. Christ almighty. Now the forces of evil are really desperate. They've brought in their big guns, baby, to expose whatever they think they can expose in personal attacks against me and my husband. If your husband, why ain't you Anna von Reitz Belcher? I mean, I can't make this stuff up, guys. It's ludicrous. It's Luciferian, actually. I suppose they think that we haven't anticipated this. Okay, it looks to me like you were broadside. They think that we don't already know what they do all the time to everyone. No, I don't do this to everyone. That's a misnomer. Dear hearts, I don't have an arrest record. I never accused her of having an arrest record. My motives and limitations are recorded in public via my published irrevocable will. Okay, well, that's cool. That's something they won't show you. Well, publish it, Anna. But we do. Go look for yourselves. It's on my website at annavonrice.com or semicolon.com. And it stands on the State of Alaska Recorder's Office Record too. It is public in both venues. Okay, well, I'm really not into reading people's wills and testaments, but okay. My husband shouldn't have an arrest record either, because apparently if he would have taken that pardon, he wouldn't have one. He could get his records expunged. He could get that case sealed. Okay. A fact that the officers of the state of Alaska, can I see their affidavit? And his alleged victim all fully admitted. Can we get affidavits on those people's sworn affidavits? Publish them on your website. She voluntarily recanted and the governor offered a pardon. Can we see that in writing? We didn't accept. Hold on. We? We? How is there a we in this sexual assault that they're talking about? We didn't accept because a pardon implies that a crime actually happened, but is being forgiven. Isn't that what this is all about? Forgiveness? You want to repent your sins? You want to forgive yourself? I'm confused, folks. She's double talking, double speak. And in Jim's case, nothing happened. No, nothing happened. That's why he has a conviction. That's why he's a registered sex offender, because nothing happened. Apparently, allegedly, he was offered a pardon and nothing happened. Listen to the words. That's good enough for me and has been good enough for decades. Well, you know, yeah. And he's got a record. He's a registered sex offender. So if you want to make something out of it, you can try. It won't make any difference to us. Obviously, it hasn't, because you had a chance to clear the air and get it out of the way and put it to bed, and you didn't. Okay? I'm not going to say you couldn't, but you didn't. Nothing happened. Quote unquote. All right. We stand with the literally millions of Americans who have been unjustly accused and convicted of non-existent crimes in forest jurisdictions. Hey, man, I do too. I'm right there with you. That's why I got involved. Jeffrey Cox, 26-year-old, convicted of thinking bad thoughts about a district judge. Now we're sounding like Minority Report, right? Bruce Doucette, convicted of walking into a courtroom and accusing them of crimes they were committing right in front of him, but it was on their turf and therefore transgression. Oh no, he did a little bit more than that. You need to go read everything about Bruce Doucette, and it'll make you think twice about holding any type of militia, law enforcement, peacekeepers task force, justice, judgeships, grand jurors. Yeah, it starts whipping out indictments and charges and holding grand jury sessions, and yeah, that's what they'll do to you. And where's Bruce today? And what is Anna doing to help Bruce get out of prison? Do you see anywhere on her webpage or on any of the state's assembly's webpage or on any of the webpages associated with it for a donation to help Bruce out, who stuck his neck out and got it chopped off? No? That's what's going to happen to you. You're going to get steamrolled, and nobody's ever going to be able to pick you up except your family and your friends. Most of them are going to be going, I told you so. That guy on YouTube told you. Didn't listen. But you went ahead anyway. And then when you're, getting some trouble and you think you're going to get some help, this is what's going to happen. This is what's coming. Okay? Nothing happened. You're on your own. A lot of this, I agree with. No doubt. But you can't be led by a false prophet, a wolf in sheep's clothing. I just showed you she's pledged allegiance to Lucifer through the Roman Catholic Church. She knows it, she does it, she admits it. Okay? So, Federation of States is by definition a national banking association. Really? National Banking Association. Well, anybody can create their own association. But is it a part of the established banking association? Okay? They already have two kinds of banks, international trade bank and a commercial bank. Yeah, you know what? I can go get an assumed name in 20 minutes. And I too can have an international trade bank and a commercial bank. It's not hard. Actually, you can go get a group of people and create a credit union, a real credit union. Okay. So it means that they're trying to throw enough mud at me to overcome me as a political rival. Look, I have no rivalry with Anna von Reitz. I'm not trying to take over any fucking thing associated with Anna von Reitz. Nothing. Not the Federation, not any state's assembly, nothing. You guys can have it. I don't want it. I've already disassociated myself. So, yes, my membership is void. I don't want nothing to do with it. Okay. So all they see is a quote politician quote they don't own. But I don't want to own any politician. The fuck I want to own a politician for? I don't even own a pet. It's just ludicrous. Of course, this is their reptilian instinct. Okay, so now we're all reptiles. Quote, destroy her so we can put our own flunky in charge. Unquote. No, 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 no. That's what Anna does. Okay, because if she gets somebody that becomes a state coordinator or a recording secretary or a justice or any one of the elected or appointed officials that she doesn't agree with, she gets rid of. Okay, and she puts our own flunky in charge. I mean, just go back to this Michigan, California, Texas. It's, I can't make it up. I'm not making it up. They don't realize yet that I'm not a politician and not seeking to be elected. Well, hold on. You're not a politician. Judges appointed, elected. How does that work? And people like Floyd are too far down their totem pole to realize why they have never been able to stop me from doing anything I set out to do. Well, for the record and under oath, I'm not out to stop you from doing anything. You're more than welcome and happy to live your life as you please. Who am I as a man to tell another man, woman, how to live their life or to stop them from doing anything? Never happened. I don't do that. You're free to live your own life, Anna. More power to you. You and James. I already gave you a thumbs up because I think you're running a fabulous scam. I mean, you got these people. They're hooked. I mean, it's astonishing. Astonishing to me. So let's click out of that. All right. Now, here's her rebuttal to the UCC stuff. This is her explanation. Here's why she did it. Here's why you don't have to do it. You know, tell her that you want to establish multiple trusts and that you want to do UCC1, UCC3s, which is the financing statement and the amendment, respectively, for your trusts. See what she tells you. Okay. So she gives you this explanation, and I don't even know if it's really an explanation. Okay. So I filed all that paperwork for myself and every other American with hands and feet and blood flowing in their veins, securing our claims to our own assets. So if you're relying on her to your filings, claim your assets, which means she controls your assets, and she can give them to you or she can't give them to you, or won't give them to you, make herself a beneficiary. I don't know. I don't know what her motives are. What do you think her motives are? So, all this, you know, you can read it, see if you can make some kind of semblance of it. I couldn't really. Once again, just in time for Christmas, Satanic Worship Day. In the middle of the rat watch, I found myself answering ugly accusations from people who haven't bothered to read what's right in front of their noses and whose motives I highly suspect. These people have no concept of work and that work that has gone into our effort to drag America back out of the dust heap, nor do they care about the neighbors or their country. Whew, man, I just don't know what to say to that. Okay. Thank you, Anna, for that response. Okay. Now, here's our official reply to Nancy Marie Kremer. I have no idea who this woman is. Apparently, she's in California. Apparently, she did something Anna didn't like, so Anna's got a beef with her. I'm going to read this. So does James, apparently. So, when she doesn't like you, get the fuck out, give us our shit back. Go, go get. We don't like your kind. Isn't that what she's saying? Yeah, we don't like you. Get the fuck out. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. Leave our shit behind. That's pretty much what she does. Now, let's see if I can find. trying to find a statement that she used as like the last paragraph. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe she wrote this. Buzz through real quick. Oh, well, I wish I could find it. Ah, here we go. All right, here it is again. Why you don't have to do your file, your UCC paperwork, why I did it. Okay, I want you to read this, folks. Okay, I want you to read this very carefully. I quote, I can say this with certainty because they reflect the evil in their own minds. They can't believe that anyone in my position, able to claim all the assets of everyone else in America, chose to give it all back instead. Okay? Chose is a past tense. Choose would be I'm going to do it or I'm doing it. So she has claimed all the assets of everyone else in America and chose to give it all back instead. Do you have all your assets, folks? Do you see the claim that she did for you? Did she give you a copy? Did she do it on your behalf? With your permission? Did you appoint her fiduciary? Did she do it blindly behind your back? And here it is. She's admitting it in front of God and everybody. It says she chose to give it back, but yet you haven't received one scintilla of any of your assets. And guess what? You're not going to. Thank you, Anna. Appreciate that quote. Oh, let me share my screen. I'm sharing. Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to do that. Let me back up here again. Okay. And here's the quote. Quote, I can say this with certainty. With certainty. Because they reflect the evil in their own minds. They can't believe that anyone in my position, able to claim all the assets of everyone else in America, chose to give it all back instead. Black and white, man. In Anna's words. Unquote. Thank you, Anna. Appreciate that. Whenever you're ready to give these people back their assets, whenever you choose to, more than welcome to do it. I'm sure they would appreciate getting all their assets back. Because if you think you own mine, you don't. You didn't claim all my assets, and you won't. I don't give you permission. And if I could speak for everybody else, I'm sure I would, you know, same thing. All right. And where else are we going to go with this? And yeah, we did the whole Facebook thing. All right. All right. All right. little bit about me. I know this is kind of hard to see, but this is Jenny, the website for Ancestry. And as you can see, right here, this is Sehoy the Second Kashada. And I'm sure you might be familiar with that name, Kashada, as the Alabama Kashada Indian tribe, which is right here in Texas and Louisiana. They have a reservation. They would be a cousin tribe. And who is Sehoy? And she's from Sehoy first of the, and my Muskogee's rusty. Pataglia, okay? Tuskegee, Teskee. All right, that's the husband. All right. Sehoy Weatherford. Sehoy Weatherford McPherson. This right here is William Weatherford, Chief Red Cloud. And I can't read that. Takabachi. Okay. And there we go. This stone, placed at the Great Council Tree, marks the site of Takabachi, 1686 to 1836, capital of the Upper Creek Indian Nation. Here were born Efu Hajo, which is now probably Harjo, great metal chief. I can't even pronounce that one. Creek leader, big warrior reside nearby, and here came Tecumseh in 1811 to arouse the natives against the white settlers, and was successfully opposed by Colonel Benjamin Hawkins, principal agent for the Indian Affairs south of the Ohio River. Here in 1823, Lee Campier established a Baptist mission school. Well, I didn't want to delete that, but I did. So you see this name right here, Alexander McGilvery, Creek Chief. Scotch French Indian who became the principal chief of the Creek Indians in the years following the American Revolution. He was largely responsible for the Creeks' retention of their tribal identity and a major part of their homeland for another generation. Okay? His father was Lachlan McGilvery, a Scottish trader. His mother was Sehoy Marchand, a French Creek woman. By blood, McGilvery was thus only one-quarter Indian. But the Creeks, with whom descent was matrilineal, had no difficulty in claiming McGilvery as a Creek. As was the custom, his early upbringing was primarily by his mother, and though bilingual, was in the ways of her people. This goes on to give you a little bit of his history. I'll show you guys something. Yeah. So how was the association to this guy? To me? In 1789, President George Washington sent distinguished commissioners to negotiate with the Creeks. The commissioners proposed a boundary well into the Creek hunting lands for recognition of U.S. sovereignty over the entire Creek area. Bolstered by reactivated Spanish support, McGillivray objected. Obtaining no concession, he and his companions decamped. Washington then sent another commissioner to invite McGillivray and a delegation of chiefs to come to New York City to make a treaty, quote, as strong as the hills and as lasting as the rivers, unquote. Well, Alexander McGillivray accepted a U.S. Army commission as a brigadier general, and he actually was the lead signee of the treaty with the United States of America. And who is he? Who is his mom? Sehoy. This gentleman, folks, my sixth great uncle. Okay? And his father was William, his adopted father, William Weatherford, Chief Red Cloud, and Sehoys had been princesses because their fathers had been chiefs in the Muskogee Creek tribe in Alabama. Now, I showed you earlier that Anna said that I'm from one of the 13 family bloodline. Jesus Christ, I wish that was the truth. If I find out one of my Tarvin cousins holding out on the rest of us, and we ain't getting the dividends from all this like phony baloney money floating around, oh yeah, yeah, I'm gonna start some shit at the next family reunion. It's coming up next year. It's in Missouri. Yeah. So let me show you a couple things. Tarvin Online. Welcome to Tarvin, our village, the village map. There you go, folks. Right around here. Oh my God. I don't know where it is. So let me go back. Nothing. Tarvin is a village in the unitary authority of Cheshire West and Chester in the ceremonial county of Cheshire, England, has a population of 2,693 people at the 2001 UK census, rising to 2,728 at the 2011 census, and the ward covers 17 square miles. And there it is, folks. That's what it looks like in the scheme of things. You know, Liverpool's up here. Early history. Around 76 AD, the Romans started to build a fortress in Chester. Okay. This is my history. Okay. How did I get to America? And how did I get to be in a Muskogee Creek Nation, indigenous American Indian? Well, that's a good question. That's easily solvable. Like she said, just go do a search. Right? Isn't that what she said? No. We're going to go do a search. All right. Tarvin Family Association. We have our own website. We do. Yeah. That you can actually go to. Because I don't hide out in the open. I'm transparent. I'm not opaque. Tarvin Trees. Tarvin Migrations. Tarvin Colonial Heritage. Reverend George Tarvin. The origin of the Tarvin family in America. William Tarvin. William the First. Yeah. We have our own webpage. There it is. Almost all Tarvins in the United States are descended from Richard Tarvin, who immigrated from England in about 1708, settling in Maryland. From there, Tarvins have spread to all states of the Union and today number in the thousands. If you are a Tarvin or related to one by blood or marriage, you are welcome to join the Tarvin Family Association. Visit us on Genie. There you go. There's a 2021 reunion they just had in Kentucky, and I told you, 22's Joplin, Missouri, just like I stated. Okay, and it's not hard. The village of Tarvin, England. There it is, right there, folks. Black and white, or actually blue and white. Okay, and this is the tree. This was written by Dr. Marion E. Tarvin in 1908, who was a dentist. He actually had a practice in Galveston, Texas, on the island. Yeah, believe it or not, I found that remarkable. And yes, he is my great great grandfather. Yes, I know absolutely distinctly where I come from and who I am. Okay, so if I have any royal bloodline in me, those guys, Muskogee Nation. So, all this is public. Ain't hard. Find out who I am. Yeah, like she said, go look. Can you? Stop that. Nice try, Anna. Appreciate it. I want to thank you for coming on the show, Anna, and rebutting everything that I said. And thank you, everybody, for watching and allowing me to traverse her rebuttals live and show you the facts. But I want to show one more thing before I leave. Uh, and as I did earlier, I want to thank everybody for all the fan mail. I really do appreciate that. The support's overwhelming. Love it. You know, thank you guys. All right, here we go. Bless this guy's heart. This is from a Jack Chapman, whoever he is, and I quote, Mr. Floyd, how does it feel to be a bald-faced, unadulterated, and intentional liar? You make a career out of lies. You deceive by omission. You deceive directly. You are so damned deceitful, you deceive your own dishonest self. Every thought coming out of your mouth about Anna von Reitz is slanderous, deceitful, and full of lies. You show what you want to your brain dead followers to believe, not the facts or the truth. The Almighty God hates a fucking liar. Quote, inside the quote, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Unquote in the quote. This is the law of God. You have chosen your fate in the path of destiny of your own free will. Let's see just how fearless you are when you arrive at your destination. Quote in the quote, but cowards, unbelievers, the corrupt murderers, the immoral, those who practice witchcraft, idol worshippers, and all liars, their fate is in the fiery lake of burning sulfur. This is the second death. Should be unquote, unquote. So it says unquote. JC. I don't know if that's Jesus Christ or John Chapman. I doubt Jesus would say that. But anyway, John Chapman, the Son of God. Okay. Here's his website. Jack Chapman, Jan. What's that? Yeah. Jack Chapman, Jan 1948 at gmail.com. So if any of you guys would like to make a rebuttal to Mr. Chapman, you're more than welcome. I have not replied or rebutted. But yeah. Jack, you're famous now. Okay. I appreciate you. So anyway, you can take it for what you want. Have I lied to anybody? Am I making stuff up? I don't think so. So, my face isn't bald. It's clean shaven. It's not bald. I got eyebrows. Okay. And one last thing I wanted to share. So, stop the share just to make sure that everything goes through. Yeah, perfect. All right. This is Anna's Facebook page. Facebook page posts. Search for Anna Von Reitz. All right. Let me back up to where she started. Okay. Floyd Tarvin and continued ignorance, oath and pledges. So we're going to hit comments. And then we're going to scroll down. Okay. 15 comments. All comments. And then you go down here. Actually, this is not. Yeah. Let's just go to our page. That's not showing you what I want to show. I'm going to stop share and reshare just to make sure that you guys get to see this. All comments. Well, this is for some reason not showing. maybe that is. So, yeah, go this next one. Well, I don't know why it's not doing it like it was. Uh, this let's post. Anyway, basically what I was going to show you is that these posts have been edited, not the post itself, but the postings have been filtered, so you can't see certain comments. It's very sad, but you know that's a thing. She says she never received any letter. Yeah, y'all want me to go find the letter? I'm surprised she's even rebutting these. Yeah, if you go look, do your own research, dig through here, and you'll see that these have been filtered. She's just posting what she wants to post. Let you see what she wants you to see. I mean, it's very sad. And I'm not going to say I'm not 100% guilty of the same thing. However, when I have a troll who's trolling me, abusing my time, energy, and patience, yeah, I'm going to go after him and I'm going to post a video about it. And that's what I did. I don't filter my comments below. So you're more than welcome to leave anything you want. I know there's some derogatory comments now, and I know there's people unlike or pushing thumbs down on some of these videos. Hey, man, that's the First Amendment right, free speech. If you like the video, hit the like button. Subscribe, share the video, do whatever you want. Uh, I'm not out to take down the American States Assembly. I'm not here to take down the states' assemblies. I'm not here to take down Anna von Reitz, James Clinton Belcher, or anybody associated currently as a member within the states' assemblies. Really could care less, man. I wish you guys all the luck in the world. I just don't want to see you waste your time and energy and money on a fruitless endeavor and, you know, continue to believe that you're going to get some kind of pot of gold at the end of this rainbow because I don't see it. It's not, I don't, my own personal belief is not going to happen. So with that, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for being patient and listening to this video. I've got things I got to go do. So with that, have a great day. Bye-bye.